We're here with Lisa Nguyen from Telehue Foods. Hey, Lisa.
What's up?
Nothing. How you doing?
Good. I'm excited for this. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no, thanks for joining us. So, Lisa, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Lisa Nguyen. I'm the founder and video producer of Telehue Food. And I was born and raised in Wichita, Kansas. And I started Telehue Food almost 3 years ago. And I basically just kind of go to restaurants and shoot videos. I talk to the owners. I like to share the story behind the restaurant, and I create that in video format and post it on my social media platforms.
Okay. And how did you come up with the name?
The name. Okay, so Telehue is kind of a combination of a couple of things. Tele is kind of like video. It's also transmitting information over video format. And then hue is actually how you pronounce my Vietnamese name. And it's also, a variety of colors. So I combined both of the things. I am transmitting information over video, over a variety of things and variety of colors.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So can you tell us how, on all your social media platforms, how many followers and likes that you have?
I don't know how many likes. I've had some viral videos,
Hmm.
but I guess so. I started out on Facebook. That's where all my videos were posted and are still posted. And I have over 75,000 followers on there. And then Instagram, I kind of started right after that. And I try to provide a different type of, uh, you know, content formatting on each different platform. And so on Instagram, I think I have over 6,000, and then YouTube, I think over 3,000. YouTube was pretty hard because I only started recently being more consistent on that in the past year. And
Uh-huh.
then TikTok, I have over 200,000. So
Wow, that's
yeah,
pretty good. It's
yeah,
pretty
it's
awesome.
pretty awesome. A lot of people, I don't like to talk about the numbers too much because I don't want people to think that's what what I'm focused on. But a
Yeah.
part of it also is business wise, I have to think about those numbers because the more
Hmm.
followers I have, the more ad revenue that I can make for my videos, so that I continue going to restaurants and continue featuring these family-owned businesses.
Yes, definitely. So wow, you have like 75,000 followers on Facebook. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is.
So so what would you say as far as you started it 3 years ago, and for someone that wants to build a following like you, what what can they expect as far as the numbers? How the trajectory of them?
Uh,
What kind of expectation can they have?
so it's slow.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I remember when I first got 100 followers, I messaged all my friends. I was like, thank you guys so much for getting me to this point. I wouldn't be here without you. And that was when I hit 100 followers. But the main
Yeah.
thing is being consistent and putting out content that provides value, not
Uh-huh.
only to the restaurant, but also to the viewer. You
Uh-huh.
want to bring the restaurant value because you're providing them some type of video that's going to promote their restaurant. But
Hmm.
as a viewer, you want to watch something that's entertaining, that provides you escapism for 3 to 5 minutes. And also for the viewer, you're providing a potential restaurant for them to try out. So you're providing them value that way. And if you can provide value, that increases engagement value. So if they share it, if they comment, if they tag their friend in it,
Hmm.
that's the easiest way for you to get followers. And like I said in the beginning, it was really slow, but that's why you have to be consistent because you also never know if you're going to have a hit on your hands. You don't know if your next video is going to be viral. You just
Hmm.
that's the thing is you don't know. That's why you
Yeah.
just have to keep posting and be consistent.
Yes. So would you say most of your followers are in the Wichita area?
Actually, I think most of my followers are in Kansas City.
Okay.
It'd be Kansas City, Wichita, and then spread around along my travels. Some
Uh-huh.
to California. Last year, I took a road trip to California and I stopped in 8 cities along the way.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of just spread out. I'm spreading out my demographics, I guess.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So as far as investments, what have you put into your company, your business?
Time.
Yeah.
A lot of time. I had my full-time job for a full year while I
Uh-huh.
started Telehue Food. So I was working my full-time job, and then I would come home, and I had a part-time job as well. And then I went straight into like 7 p.m. to 2, 3 in the morning. I was working on Telehue Food. I was
Wow.
editing videos. I was doing research for restaurants. And so I was doing that every day for a very long time. So the main investment is time. And
Hmm.
right now, anything that I invest into my business is towards gear.
Hmm.
I've just recently invested in some new lights, and but it doesn't take much. I had my starter kit, like lens, on my DSLR, and that was it, for the longest time. I didn't change my lens until last year, actually. And you can tell a difference a little bit in the new lens. It's more sharper and crisp in my videos. Yeah, you can even use the phones are so advanced these days, you can use your phone. It doesn't take
Hmm.
much. Like, you just have to start, and you have to be consistent and keep
Hmm.
posting.
Okay. Okay.
So it doesn't
Uh,
take much investment, if that was your question. I think a lot of people think that it takes a lot to get started in
yeah.
video. You think you need a lot of expensive equipment, things like that. But like I was telling you, with phones, you can use your phone. You can buy an external mic. You don't even have to get audio in the beginning. I didn't get interviews actually for a while. I don't remember when I started interviewing the owners or the chefs, but in the
Uh-huh.
beginning, it's all about um, visually appealing content is what I like to
Yeah.
call mine. So on anything that captures people's attention, once you get their attention, then you can kind of go back and then tell the story of the restaurant. And that's an important thing, because if I'm able to create a video that gets views, not only does it help me, but it helps the restaurant. And my goal from the beginning was, if I can bring 1 to 2 new customers to a restaurant, then I was happy with that. I'm still
Yeah.
happy with that. I want people to discover new places to eat outside maybe of their comfort zone.
Okay. So you would describe your Telehue Foods as more of like a promoter, and not really you're not really a food critic then, huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I guess I'm a promoter in a way. Um, I'm not a food critic. I leave that up to some of the experts, like Wichita by EB, or like for the
Yeah.
foodie. Like
Yeah.
their descriptions and stuff are really detailed, and they're a lot better at that than me. What I like to do is I like to showcase the restaurant as how I viewed it, and then
Mm.
give people a chance to come and try it themselves. Also, because like, if I may like one dish, someone else may not like that, just because that's their preference. So I'm not good at connecting that bridge. I'm just good at telling people about a place that they may like. So
Yeah. And you said in the beginning it was really slow. So how did you, stay motivated?
um, that was tough. But each time I went to a restaurant and each time I shot a video, it was kind of like a natural high. And I got to gain experience from that, from them telling me their story. And that's what kept me going, is because I kept growing my knowledge and my experience
Mhm.
kind of based on what I knew. And so I kind of was greedy, and that was kind of addicting, to kind of learn something new at each restaurant, learn from the owner, learn from the chefs. And that's kind of what kept me going. And so until I hit like my first viral video, that's kind of how I kept working till 2 to 3 in the morning and kept going to work and stuff. So
Wow, that's pretty insane. So you
yeah,
had a full-time job, a part-time job, and
yeah,
building Telehue Foods.
yes.
Yeah. Um, and so you mentioned viral videos. Which one was your first viral video, and what do you think made it viral?
My first viral video was the crab rangoon pizza, and it's from Old Shawnee in Kansas City. And what made it viral, I think, was, one, it's a very unique idea. Not a
Hmm.
lot of people have heard of it. Two, the video is short. And three, the restaurant kind of had already a big following. I think they had maybe 4 or 5 thousand followers at that time, and they had a few locations, so they were able to spread it out. And if we wanted to get more specific, it also could have been the time I posted it. I think it was a Wednesday morning, like at 9. So
9 p.m.
9 a.m. So I think
9.
later on towards the week, more people are on social media, because towards the beginning of the week, they're at work, they're at school, and they're not on social media that much. But then towards the end of the week, they get a little bit lazier and they kind of check social media more. So
Yeah.
it could have been a combination of so many things. But I think the main thing was it was just really interesting, a crab ring and pizza. And I posted that video and it just just kind of exploded. I had under 1,000 followers and I went up to over 3,000. And at that point, I thought I was just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And it
Oh,
is
that's pretty good.
yeah, it's now at like 14 million views.
Wow.
Yeah, on Facebook. So that would be the most viral there. And once that happened, that drove me even more to do more restaurants. And the funny thing about that video was it was my first visit to Kansas City. I mean, I've been to Kansas City a lot, but it was my first visit to Kansas City to really shoot restaurant videos. And I scheduled 9 to 10 videos that weekend because I still had my full-time job. So I left work that Friday, drove up, and I scheduled out like 9 videos. So every hour I had something booked, Saturday and Sunday. Then I drove back to Wichita, and that week it's kind of daunting to know you have that many videos to edit. So I was like, this is a pizza video. It will be short to edit, short to do. So I did that one first, even though it was almost one of the last videos I shot that weekend. I edited it. I just put it out there with no idea what was going to happen. So
that's pretty good. That's how it happens sometimes, huh?
Exactly, it is. And then that kept me going until, the next video, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So what's your goal for Telehue Foods?
My goal is to, highlight more family-owned businesses across the U.S. I know, like, especially now during the pandemic, a lot of restaurants are struggling, and they don't have the marketing budget to hire, people to come take pictures or do video for their restaurants. And so I want to grow Telehue Food to a big enough company so that I can do these videos, continue them for free for these restaurants to bring them free exposure while still being able to, be a business myself and make money. So I've been able to monetize Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. So so far am able to do that. So I go to a restaurant, I shoot a video and I post it. I make ad revenue on some of the videos, and that allows me to go to more restaurants to do that without charging the restaurant owners who may be tight on budget, and then I'm able to help out the restaurant. So the more businesses I'm able to help, the better. And that's my biggest goal for Telehue Food.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know a lot of restaurants right now are struggling.
Yeah.
So where did you get your inspiration to start Telehue Foods, and why food?
Why food? My inspiration, that's tough because videography has always been a hobby for me, and it was kind of something that I had fun doing. I didn't think it was something that I could make a living out of. And food, growing up in an Asian household, food has always been big. And I've been so fortunate to try so many different types of foods. Some things that may be gross to normal, people or other people, they may be disgusting. But by me having that wide variety as a kid, fortunately enough, I've been able to try more foods. And so I was kind of too complacent at my full-time job, and I knew I felt like there's something else out there for me. And so I knew I needed to figure out what that was. And so to figure that out, I just tried a bunch of different things. I did social media marketing for a while because I was like, maybe that's good. Because in 2017, it was pretty big, but it's still growing at that time. A lot of businesses needed someone to handle their social media. So I did that for a few businesses, and I was like, okay, this is cool. It's different. But then I asked to do a video at one of the businesses, one of the restaurants. And once I did a video for them, I was like, oh, this is what I like. This is cool. This is cool seeing that I can create this, and, people are able to watch it and like it as well. And then, the following year, I was like, I'll build my resume and I will apply to one of maybe these videography companies or media companies who are doing these videos. But then, you know how you have that aha moment in the shower?
Yeah.
I was like, I had that aha moment. I was like, you know what? No one in the Midwest is doing this yet that I've seen. And so I thought, It's easy to do. Let's just do it. And then I started thinking of names. My friends helped me pick a name, and the rest is history, really.
Yeah, no, that's pretty awesome because for what you've built and the following that you've built, especially 200,000 followers on TikTok, that's awesome.
Yeah, TikTok's crazy. That's all I have to say.
So I'm sure you change your content on TikTok too, huh? TikTok's a lot of the videos I see on there is very comical.
Yeah, it is comical, but it's also it depends on what you like to see on TikTok. So their algorithm is very specific. If you like
Uh,
food and you like a lot of food posts, you're going to see a lot more food posts. So
uh,
my following are mostly people who like food. I also post a lot of instant ramen videos, and I mix that up with spring roll videos. And also, when I go to these restaurants, I condense it down to like a quick 1 minute video as well. So
mhm.
you have to provide a variety of different types of videos, and that's what I'm doing for TikTok. So it's mainly my cooking at home with instant ramen, with spring rolls, and then sprinkling in my my travels and my experiences when I go to these restaurants.
You were mentioning you ate a lot of a variety of food growing up, and so me being Vietnamese, I know what that's like. So do you like some of those? What are some of your favorite foods?
My favorite food of all time is bông riêu. I don't know
Uh-huh.
what it is. I like that more than pho and bông bao way and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's the seafoody taste. It's like a noodle. For those of you listening, like it's a spicy noodle dish and it has some
Uh-huh.
seafood in it. But that would probably be my favorite. And it's actually funny that actually Thai cuisine is my favorite over
Yeah.
Vietnamese cuisine. I love Vietnamese cuisine, but Thai just
Yeah.
edges it out just by a little bit.
Is
Um,
it the spice?
it could be the spice, but I mean, not all Thai food is spicy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's this type of umami that's hard to describe, I guess.
Yeah.
But the funny thing I was thinking the other day, I posted a video on TikTok of Bomba Way where it has a pork blood,
Uh-huh.
and like you say that to anyone now, and they're
Yeah.
totally disgusted. But when you eat it as a
Yeah.
kid and then you grow up,
Yeah.
it's just kind of normal. You kind of just have to eat it with that dish.
Yes,
But
exactly.
one thing I can't eat now is balut. Like
Really?
as a kid, I ate that up, and now I cannot. I can't do it.
No.
I can't. No.
No. That's funny because I actually talked to the foodie,
Yeah.
and he's tried it before, but I told him one of these days I'm gonna bring him quail balut, and we'll probably have to shoot a
Interesting.
video eating it together or something.
Yeah, I didn't know quail balut existed.
Yeah,
I don't know how that
it's
would be.
it's just bite size, balut. It's crazy. It's pretty good.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So um what grosses you out about it now? I guess it's pretty
It's
gross.
the feathers and the bones.
Yeah, yeah. The
um,
the bones the bones does weird you out a bit.
yeah, for sure. I think as a kid, it's just so delicious, and I mean, if I ate it now, not knowing what it is, maybe, but then the feathers, I don't think I could do it.
Yeah,
I actually
yeah.
know I can't. And actually, durian, I can't do either. I've
Oh
never
yeah,
liked, even as a kid and growing up now. But I haven't had it for a few years, so maybe my taste bud. I mean, they change all the time, so maybe I've acquired a taste for it by now. I don't know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You and I are opposite. As a kid, I couldn't eat balut, but
Oh,
now I love.
really? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Um, okay, cool. Well, Lisa, I really appreciate your time and getting on here with us and sharing your story and everything.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is good. It's always good for me to do calls like this because it kind of reminds me where I started and kind of gives me new energy going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's great because, you being successful in the industry and very inspirational for sure. Hopefully, this video would inspire other people who want to get in the industry to do it as well.
Yeah, I hope so. And if any of you are watching out there and if you have any questions, feel free to DM me on any social medias. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. But if you DM me on Instagram, I am 99% sure I'll see it. So if you have any questions, just let me know.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Lisa.
Yeah, thanks for having me.